Hello, I'm Will Hodge. Welcome to Countryline ATL. Today our guest is Keren Leppo. Karen's going to sing some songs, going to knock your heart out. With that, turn it over to Keren. I'll be back shortly to talk to you. I know you're waiting on that. Go, Keren.
Thank you. Hey, y'all, I'm Keren. It's good to be here. Good to be here. This one's called Glory Wings. And really it was just written, I get so, I don't know, just, anybody else get like that skin crawling thing that happens sometimes? It's just me. We're just frustrated and, you know, you just really, you wonder why everything that you try to achieve just seems to take so long. And then you remember, you know what? It really is a journey. I can't seem to settle down. Life's a mess, I'm losing ground. I need some quiet time away to bow my head, to think, to pray. Take me high into the mountains, sleeping under starry skies. Hold me close, Lord, to your bosom. Sing redemption's lullaby. Let me float down Jordan's river to that peaceful by and by. Give me glory wings so I can fly high, so I can fly high. When my life on earth is done, the fight is fought, the race is run. under starry skies. Hold me close, Lord, to your bosom. Sing redemption's lullaby. Let me float down Jordan's river to that peaceful by and by. Give me glory wings so I can fly. So I can fly. Joy comes in the morning. With wings of eagles we will fly. Ooh. Isaiah 40:31 says that those who wait on the Lord, they'll renew their strength. They'll mount up high on wings like eagles. They'll run and not grow weary, and walk and not faint. Take me high into the mountains, sleeping under starry skies. Hold me close, Lord, to your bosom. Sing redemption's lullaby. Let me float down Jordan's river to that peaceful by and by. Give me glory wings so I can fly. So I can fly. Lord, let me I can't seem to settle down. This one's called Maybe Someday, and I think at this particular time of my life, I remember we were standing out at the driveway of my house, and like three of my best girlfriends were sitting there talking, and all three of them were going through these horrific breakups with their boyfriends. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. I mean, I don't even know why people fall in love. This is horrible. So I went inside, and just this song just like started just like flowing out of me because it was actually easy after seeing everybody's pain. So it's called Maybe Someday. Maybe someday I'll give up this fight, put out this fire that burns me inside. Maybe someday I'll get it right. I'll be over here. I'll finally get the road. Maybe someday. Oh, maybe someday. Maybe someday I'll learn how to fly. I'll spread my wings and I'll take to the sky. Maybe someday I'll find someone new. I'll give them my heart, yeah. And I'll make a new start. Maybe someday. Oh, maybe someday. on these shaky walls. Maybe someday I'll see the light. Oh, yes. I'll love again. Yes, I will. This time it won't end. Maybe someday. Oh, maybe someday. I'm gonna spread my wings. Oh, yes, I will. Watch me fly. Here I go, darling. Oh, yeah. Oh, give it up, give it up, give it. Thanks, y'all.
Everybody out there wants to get to know Keren. I know they do. Here we go. You ready?
I'm so ready. These better be awesome.
This is called Country Lane Q&A.
Okay.
When do you know a song's done, or is it always subject to change?
It is never done. It's only done when you just cannot take anymore. You just can't revisit it. It's done. It's like cutting an album.
Do you ever rewrite a title? You ever rewrite your best title? We do that a lot. When I go to Nashville to write,
Yeah.
I'll go up there with a bunch of titles.
Yeah, doesn't work.
We end up writing, the same title 3 or 4 different ways.
Right.
And you kind of, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to do, but
Well, it's after a while they start breathing their own life. You know that.
yeah, I can relate. So when you sit down to write a song, tell me, this is true. You can be honest. Do you sit down to write a hit song, or do you just sit down to write something you're feeling? And if it's a hit, great. But you don't. Do you ever follow any formula?
I do get caught up sometimes in that what's the perfect word? What would more people relate to? And I start worrying about the hit potential or the earworm or the hook. And then every time I get stuck because I trap myself because I'm so worried about what I think the other people should think the song should be that I don't let the song write itself. So I've got this amazing huge stack of half-written songs that, and they're there because I trapped myself. I find that if I just let it flow, a lot of times I'll write and it comes to me in my sleep. Like I'll wake up, grab the tape player, and just sing. I've done entire songs where that stream of consciousness thing. And those are I think those are some of my favorite because it kind of gets me out of the way. I have more trouble getting me out of the way and just, we all try to be wordsmiths and so creative and I want to be clever and so many times it's just, to me, it's really about the truth.
It's hard to write with your editor off. It really is. If you can turn your editor off and just frame the house, then put up the wallpaper, you're okay. Get it written. There you go. Get it written, then get it right.
There you go.
If you can do that, that's the first line I think the BMI handbook. They say, get it written or get it right. When you're writing, do you hear accompaniment? Like remember the movie Amadeus when he was writing, he was writing those great pieces. He would hear all the orchestra, then somebody'd come in the room and it would just stop and it'd freak him out.
I do, and I find for me, I see videos a lot. Like the whole time I'm writing, like I'm working on one right now. I was at the kitchen table going, you got to go get ready for the show, because I literally was just seeing this awesome movie happening.
Yeah.
And that was driving the song, and I love that when it's really you do hear that, but you get the visual that goes with it as well. That's the storyteller stuff, I'm sure.
Yeah, I get that a lot. I generally open my shows with, I'd like to sing you some stories.
There you go.
And
because
it's hard for me to pitch songs in Nashville, because when I sit there on a publisher's couch and he's listening and he gets about through the first chorus, then he turns it off. Well, you have to listen to the whole song because it's a story, right. And that's what you run into a lot. But they're listening to a lot of formula up there, God love them, though. They're great people. I've learned a lot sitting on those couches. I really have.
Let me ask you, am I allowed to ask questions?
You can ask me a question.
Okay. Let me fix your shirt too real quick. 'cause you got okay, so you'll be pretty.
I had my palm all
Did you?
rolled
You were
up in
working
there,
it. You were
man.
working.
Yeah, man.
Do you think that, because we know that our industry's upside down right now with the SOPA and all that stuff and rights and copyrights and all that, but do you think in some ways that it's this really beautiful natural flow where it's getting back to where it belongs to us again, or do you see it? I'm really curious because you've done the same.
It's a double-edged sword. It really is, because if I did a talk to the Georgia Music Industry Association on copyright law and the internet and how it's changed and all. And if you can sing your song or play your song into something mechanical like a cell phone or something, it timestamps it. Okay, you could take it somewhere else and play it. Then that's a copyright.
Right.
You can say it's copyrighted.
Right.
But I sold a song to an artist. The album will be out in May. They called me and wanted to know the copyright number and how I wanted my name spelled and all that. And so if you have that copyright number, that if you go through the Register of Copyrights, it's better to have it.
Sure.
And other people say you don't need it, but if you want to be professional about it and get you some sort of commercial recognition, you're going to have to have it. So it's back and forth. It's always, remember, it's easier to buy a song than it is to steal one.
Right.
So you go back and forth. Have you ever regretted writing one? Like, do you have a song that you've written and you just, somebody hears you play it, and then every time you go play it, they ask you for that song, you got to play it again?
Yeah, and it kind of never fails. There is one like that, and it is just so elementary. To me, it's almost childish, but it's got this really horrible hook that won't let you go. So they ask for it again, and I feel like I'm going to get sick every time they do. In fact, I've really tried to pull that out of the repertoire and put me with some distance. But it's just got this really horrible hook that won't let you go, which I guess is a good thing. I guess.
I can understand. I've got a couple of those, but people really like them. Well, I want to ask you this. This is the last one I'll ask you. If you wrote a song about the love of your life, the love of your life, would it be R&B, jazz, or blues?
That's a great question. I think it'd be jazz, but it would be jazzy and kind of bluesy at the same time.
Smoky jazz.
Yeah. Torch songish. Yeah.
Ooh, smoky jazz in a nightclub. With
sit me on that
really
piano. Let me
cheap
add it.
record.
Oh, yeah. Grab a seat. We're going to sing a song about love. Come on.
Well, speaking of singing a song about love, I'll let you get back to it. Thank you for answering that. She's been great. This was Country Lane Q&A. She'll do a few more.
Right on.
Days get a little longer, all the nights get a little shorter. There ain't even time to break down and cry. Today there'll be no sorrow that'll wait until tomorrow, 'cause right now I've got my baby by my side. We'll dance to an old love song that my baby wrote for me. We'll snuggle up real close, just like lovers ought to be. It feels so good just to be alive. Oh, me and my baby in my '66 Chevy, we're driving down Blue Sky Drive. Yes. Seems I've loved you forever, Lord, and I could leave you never. I need you here, right here by my side, to share the love and laughter, live the happy ever after. You and me on Blue Sky Drive. We'll dance to an old love song that my baby wrote for me. We'll snuggle up real close, just like lovers ought to be. It feels so good just to be alive. Oh, me and my baby in my
This has been Country Line ATL. Thanks to Keren Leppo for coming out. I'm Will Hodge. Stay tuned. We have a whole bunch of shows coming up.